clashes in the current time where people are trying to defend the Root Riders, you can actually get some crazy value with strategies and troops which no one is defending. Like for example the Super Bowlers. Especially the combination the clan cast with the Super Dragon is a complete game changer. But let's take a look at the equipment quickly. Classic one for the king, for the queen, as well with the frozen arrow. Warden, life gem. We'll talk about that in just a second more. And then the Roy champion with the haste file and the Hog Rider puppet. Roy gem works as well. Pretty much actually any decently upgraded Roy gem equipment will do great for you. It won't really change that much. So let's just jump in, and I would exactly show you what I mean with Super Bowlers being really strong right now. Okay, let's have some fun. We have somewhat of like a core base, which hopefully is going to be no problem whatsoever. I would like to not go into this top part. I would like to have it on the back end. I think that might be way better, especially because of the Royal Champion. This is something you have to then consider as well with approaching with different equipment. The Hog Rider puppet is not that good versus bomb towers or the multi-archer tower. Instead, having to go through the chops, that should be way more beneficial for us. That's what we're going to do. So Warden right here. That is obviously as well. That's another thing now with the life gem, by the way. The life gem is giving us a little more power with the Warden walk, because the boost, like the base stats which it provides for the hero, is, well, simply that it's damage as well, on top of the ability of having the bonus hit point aura. And this is the reason why I kind of like this combination for the Super Bowlers. You do not need like an Apprentice Warden or anything, and I think it's just way better compared to a lot of other approaches. Now let's just move in here. Looking good for now. We can wall break on the other side. Yeti King in there. Then another wall break. Some variants in here. Maybe a wizard as well, because I would like to have the lock launcher going already. Then maybe another wizard here. I think that might be a good... Oh, wait, the wizard is getting attacked. So we have to use the baby dragon, because those troops, they have to go inside. That's the major thing right now. So we have to give the lock launcher time to open up the compartments. Please come back. And why is the warden that far in front? So we have to freeze again, which is not optimal, but hey, that should be alright. We have still a ton of rages. We can now start using. Now the warden ability in just a second should be nice. Oh, as well, the king ran out of that ability, but it should be okay, I think. We have the skeleton spell to distract that defending merged cannon. This now is another nice thing. The dragon is tanking possible black mines, red mines, whatever there is, and the healers are staying safe. So that's a really nice thing to have. Cleanup already deployed. Let's rage that up. Queen ability, because I'm not really sure how much damage there is. We still have the Royal Champ. Let's use her ability to spawn the hogs and to get that back end power which we need to actually get the 3-star. Queen is still looking alright, and that should be our first 3-star with the Super Bowlers. And well, as I told you, you somehow have to consider the back end of the base with the equipment. With having no bomb towers on the back end, the Hog Riders getting a ton of value with the Hog Rider puppet, but this always is like depending on whatever you see on the back end. The time should be no problem, I think, with having so many hogs and everything alive. The queen even going through the wall. And then we were able to utilize the equipment on this one perfectly with the wizard cleaning up and everything finishing off. One thing for sure is, maybe one thing I should have done earlier is start you off the rages already earlier. Because rages, we never done enough rages. But I think in the end we did not really need most of them. Even though raging up the hogs and the royal gem together can get you a ton of value, as we have just done. Well, it's a box space. So how do we approach this one? Town Hall is really far exposed, but I think we can just send the king in there, right? Like we can kind of have this king die for the Town Hall. That should be totally fine and should work wonders for us. What are the next steps though? Like what are we going to do next? I think we could possibly use the flame flinger at the bottom side, but I'm not really sure with this mortar. I am not sure about that one at all. So instead we're going to go with a warden walk here, because we are trying to create this cut, I guess. We can use the wall break right here, and then I'm going to use the siege barracks instead on this bottom side. I think that might be the best possible option for us, for sure. Oh, warden doing some great job. Archer tower I think should be taken care of, and then we can start over here. Queen, get everything in here. barracks. Another wall break. Then the bowlers. Runes Titan. Everything in there. Then we jump into the core. Nice rage. I'm not sending the king in just yet because I try to get the perfect timing for my warden ability right now. That's why I'm trying to delay it a little bit. Warden ability now, I think. Otherwise the healers did not really switch. Headhunter in there as well. Wizard in there as well. The town hall should go down guaranteed pretty much. Skeleton spell for the core to distract. And then we can just non-stop rage our troops here. We have the super dragon now joining up as well. Another rage for the core. We have just so many powerful tools in our army to take down the core. We have the royal champion taking down the warden now next. Let's just use the phrase here because why not? I mean, we have just so many spells. It's just crazy. The super dragon again. Yetis would have not done anything similar to that, like not even being close to as useful as the super dragon, because he can just go through all of those different, like over those different walls, take down the Inferno Tower. The Yetis instead would have not done anything, which is quite nice. So that's why I'm really, like, really hoping that people are finding some of those creativity or more creative approaches to some of those clan castle troops more often. And I think that's where the events which we just had are kind of nice, because it counters you to try something new, maybe to use the super dragon. And then I really found myself with having the super dragon inside the clan castle. I had way more success with that, and that's something I can for sure just recommend using it in your siege, because Blimp, you don't play that often with this type of attack. Instead, using barracks, using flame flinger a lot of times, or the lock launcher, and in all three cases, it's really damn good. Well, it's a ring base to finish things off, which typically is the strength of the super bowlers. Still, we have to figure out a nice way of starting and approaching this base. Let's find a nice spot. I think this bottom side might be amazing for a flame flinger, no? I think it should be able to reach most of those defenses without getting outranged by the X-Bow, right? I think that should be the thing. Then as well, doing the Warden Walk on this far right side. Get that in, get that right, and get going. That. I'm going to check if there's anything in this corner as well. We'll use the wall break to get even further into that corner. Now the question is, flame flinger, or do I use the siege barracks? Flame flinger or siege barracks? Flame flinger or siege barracks? I would just go with the flame flinger. I hope that was the right choice. I hope I'm not underestimating the range of the Expo, because I hope that we can get the wizard towers out of the way to create an even better pathing. That's right now my intention. Wall break is not going to make it all the way, which is fine. That's no problem, because I want to actually get that wall break in just a second. Now we need to jump after that anyway, right? So that should be fine. That item, everything in here. I won't use the Yeti just yet, but instead we're going to use the dumb spell already. Some nice value for us. Now the rage. Question out Warden ability when? Oh no, Warden, please follow. Warden, please, I beg you. Yes, he kind of followed. Let's go. We have the super dragon now doing his job on the outside. Let's add the Yeti there as well. Another rage. Royal at the top side added. We have another freeze which we can use. We have, for the back end, the skeleton spell. That's for sure going to be valuable for us. The ability to do the splash damage around the town hall. We have 2 more rages. I think those are going to come in really handy. Let's use the first one already in the core. Next one. Oh, we already have to start with the cleanup. Maybe back end like that. I think things are looking great, to be honest. Even though things are going down kind on the back end, with the rage, with the skeleton distraction, I think we're fine. Especially so with the royal champion equipment. Like, remember the Hawks? That is going to be a game changer. Let's add it now, and there we go. Rage everything up like the Hawks and the royal champ, and we are good to go for another 3-star. This right now is a super common high legend base, which is getting used on to have a decent chance of defending those mass root rider, especially in the beginning it did quite well, but versus bowlers or something like that, no chance. Really nice for us getting that 3-star in. And that's really what I'm trying to show you, that you don't always have to go with like the strongest strategy in, because if it's not meta, it's not getting defended that much. And boulders right now are not getting defended that much. That's why they're just feeling so strong. And I can just recommend it. Trying or give it a try. If you want to do so, the strategy link down below in the description of the video. And hopefully you have some great success with it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow with the next video. Until then, see ya and bye bye.